Hey guys, Christo Garcia, My Swing Evolution. Oh my gosh, I am just sitting here meditating on the sweetness of nirvana. Oh my gosh, it's so silly. But so I made my heavy driver video, and I was like, oh, maybe the heavy driver will help me swing a little bit more like Ben Hogan. Yada yada yada. Same old trying to swing like Ben Hogan thing and everything else, but I took a step back and I was like, okay, I don't swing exactly like Ben Hogan, but man, that's pretty damn close. Forgive my French. And that's the funny thing. And so that got me thinking that maybe I should look back at where I started this whole journey. I'd like to share with you the first time I ever went to the golf course with a camera, my little flip video camera. It was, it's coming up like almost like 10 years ago. It was like over 9 years ago when I got that thing. And I saw that I had a terrible golf swing. So it gave me a direction. It gave me a realization that I could move in the right direction. I was talking about hope versus joy. So I always had hope that I'd become a good golfer, but I had no path, because I was just taking tips from every magazine and every video and the golf channel, and it's mix and match. You can't do it that way. But when I had Ben Hogan's 5 lessons, I got the book around here somewhere, it gave me a direction to focus on. And so what I'd like to do is compare my current swing to my old swing. But when I go through my old swing, I want to tell you about the misconceptions I had about how to swing a golf club. I'm very satisfied with what I've got figured out now. I feel very confident. I think I'm very unique in the world of golf. And I think it's because I had to build it from scratch. So if you'd like to come out and learn how I swing a golf club, come to the MSC Intensive. We've got a few spots left, September 28th and 29th. We're going to be drilling, doing the whole 9 yards. Okay. Not only do I have a swing that's pretty efficient and very close to Mr. Hogan, but I can teach you how to do it as well. So at any rate, I had to get that plug in. Check this out. Check out the MSC golf system. And honestly, if you have a path, you can have faith in the process, enjoy the work, and before you know it, you're going to get there. I hope you hit them long and hit them straight. Wow, it's so crazy looking back. Christo Garcia golf swing, December 2009. This is after my Christmas present. So it's probably like the 26th or 27th, 2009. So just to tell you guys, I had such terrible driver woes. This first swing was, this driver, I cut it down to 43 inches. This is a Nike driver. But I was tired of spraying it all over the place, so I cut it down to 43 inches. And here I am just dinking it out there about 230 yards probably. That was actually a decent shot. I think I made it in the left rough or somewhere near those trees on the left. So, gosh, it's so funny I can remember these shots after 10 years. But at any rate, so here's a shot from the front. I've got my Ben Hogan hat on. Yes, sirree. I know who's the man. So let's take a look at this real quick. The fingerprints of my swing are the same. But right now, I'm trying to do the modern swing. My feet are both firmly planted in the ground. I'm trying to turn my shoulders as far as possible. I am maxed out at this point right here. Yeah, so you'll notice as I'm always doing this rollover thing here, you're going to see it a lot. The reason why is because I block everything. I'm always hitting the ball out to the right. It's just something... I was always swinging out to the ball. It was just freaking terrible. you know. So let's take a look here. Now, I want to tell you guys something before I start this swing. I had just been taking some lessons with a pro, and he had told me to swing down the target line. And around the same time, Johnny Miller was talking the same garbage. Swing down the line. You know, that's how you keep the face square. There are no straight lines in a golf swing other than the face of the club is pretty straight. But you try and push something down a line and you're going to be in deep trouble. It's like if you had a train on some tracks, like a little toy train, and you were pushing the train, it's not going to work. You have to pull the train. Okay? So here I am. If I was analyzing myself, I'd be like, yeah, it's kind of weak and amateurish. There's no doubt about it, you know, but I'm getting to my right side. I could probably use more hip turn. You know, I'm just totally locked. I don't have much freedom at all. And one of the biggest problems in the golf swing is a lack of time and space. You know, we don't have enough time or space to be able to. There's my Michael Jackson move. See, immediately my right heel pops up. Now I'm in deep trouble. I've got no space. I'm narrow. I'm coming from way from the inside. So this is block city right here. Now I'm going to try and swing down the train tracks and see my wrist. Look at how hard I'm trying to save that ball. Oh my gosh. Look at that beautiful position. I don't know what P that is, but I don't want to have it ever again. But, the depths of despair. I was just in the depths of despair 3 months ago when I was going through my most recent swing changes. But the one thing that you can do is if you have a process, if you can just have faith in the process and know you're going in the right direction, you can get through the tough times. So here's the same hallmarks. My heel is immediate. My weight is I've got the weight in the balls of my feet because somebody's like, hey, you got to be like a basketball guard. You know, weight in the balls of your feet so you can move quickly. That was part of my trouble. Immediately, my heel pops up because I'm trying to pull down on the butt end of the handle. This is one that I got from one of the most famous golf teachers in the world in person. But he didn't give me the other puzzle pieces. It's like that'll work great for, certain high-level golfers. But if you don't have things built into your golf swing structurally, it's going to spell disaster. Look at that. Look at me pop this thing up. That ball's going straight up in the air. Otherwise, one of my better looking extensions, and I think I'm just selling it for the camera. I totally put an idiot mark on my driver right here. So that's where I was. And the desire of my swing evolution was to be able to hit a solid, hard drive. That's all I wanted to be able to do. It would have been a dream. We were going to the pro events around this time, and I'd watch the pros line up and just pound it right down the middle. And I was just so jealous of them. So real quick, let's take a look at my swing down the line. I want to take a look at this one more time real quick. Immediately, I just shift and pop. My right heel pops up. My swing is so short. Wow, look at that. I've actually got some hip clearance. To go along with my nice neck scarf on my Argyle sweater and cargo pants. But I guess this was my Nike period. I was a big fan of Anthony Kim. Toes flipped over. Again, trying to save it. Yep, that was my swing back then. So, okay, that's what we got. So let's take a look at my current golf swing. Hey, who's this guy? This looks a lot different. So let's go to club parallel. Good extension away from the ball. My hips continue to turn at left arm parallel. Keeping my eye on the ball. My left heel isn't coming up off the ground. I think it comes up just a half an inch or an inch. Like I'm just barely lifting it here. This position at the top of the backswing, I'm very pleased with. Now I have a pretty strong grip, so I don't have the toe open like Mr. Hogan. But my A-frame just looks so much better than those previous swings I was looking at. Now this is the beginning of the transition, I think is. So this is the top of my backswing, what I feel like. I'm already starting to move to my left here. You can already see me starting to fall. So I want to be unweighted. If I'm in this unweighted position, like if I'm falling, then I can't really leverage the club until I have ground forces to react against. That's why the transition is so important, is because I used to get set into my transition at the top of my backswing and I'd work into my legs, and that's why my right heel would pop up, is because I was too quick to get through my transition in an effort to get back to the ball quickly. Now I'm much more languid. So we can see all this time my club is still at parallel. Isn't that kind of nice? There's all this stuff happening here. My hips are turning and my club is still parallel. I'm still getting into my legs. So now I'm still not going to try and leverage it too hard, but I'm keeping that club behind me as I'm rotating. So my belt buckle's at the ball and the club head is still way back behind my body. So I'm dropping my atomic elbow in. I've got good lag. Turning down and through the ball. Club face is coming into impact pretty square. And that's a pretty nice Hogan-esque impact position. Some nice barber shop wrinkles up my right pant leg here. And we have nice extension, not down the target line, inside my circle. That's where the club is going. I'd be a fool if I was trying to reach down the target line like I was 10 years ago. What a fool's errand I was on. But you know what? Some of the most famous golfers in the world and a pro PGA teacher told me to swing that way. Swing down the line. It keeps the club face square. It's a bunch of hogwash. But, you know, I'm happy to say that I'm swinging and playing a game that 10 years ago I was not familiar. If I saw myself play golf today, I would think I would be blown away. I'd be like, that's the baddest dude. Oh my God, I can't believe it. You know, the golf's a humbling game. I still get my butt kicked every day when I'm out there hitting shots that I wish could be better. But the thing is, the technique is your friend. It will set you free. If you can work at the golf swing and approach it with, you know, the right attitude and just be patient, you can do some amazing things. So real quickly, I'm going to show you a swing from me playing golf yesterday. And this was the dream, was to be able to square up, pick a line, and rip it.
Nice shot.
I used to have a pretty ugly golf swing, and now I've got a really good golf swing. I got rid of my slice, picked up 50 yards, cut 10 strokes off my game, and I've even been on the Golf Channel. If you want to find out how, go to myswingevolution.com.